Good morning students, this is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today in video 5 we are going to discuss about the topic which was left out in video 4, that is where two different conditions are there, then what will be the formula for the first order reaction. Okay, so last time what we discussed was the formula, what we said here, K is equal to 2.303 by T log R0 by RT, means rate constant formula was this, what we say. Understood? Now this, if we perform an experiment, now I can just change for two different conditions. What we say here, it is given in your, what we say, it is given in your textbook on page number, what we say, 107. Okay, these two conditions are given. So if we perform an experiment at different time T1 and T2, the concentration at concentration of reactant will be at time T1, it will be R1, and at time T2 it will be R2. Will be R1 and R2 respectively. Clear? Now substituting this value in equation 3, substituting this value in equation 3, that is equation 3. If you see, I think you must have remember what was that, ln R is equal to minus KT plus ln R0. This was your equation 3, if you remember. So if I substitute the value, what I will get, you will just see, okay, you will see here, you can see that is ln R, instead of R I will write R1 will be equal to minus K T1 plus ln R0, what we say. Understood? So like this, what we say. And in the second condition, that is for, this is for T, time T is equal to, that is T1, and what we say, we can write at time T is equal to T1, R will be equal to R1. Okay, same way at time T is equal to T2, R will be equal to R2. You don't write this, this is just for your information. So here the second equation will be R2 is minus K T2 plus ln R0. So this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, understood? Now subtracting 2 from 1, we get, like this we get. Clear? So here directly only you can remember, if you subtract this, here it will be minus minus plus, and here it will be minus. So this will get cancelled. Understood? So what will be remaining? That is ln R1 minus ln R2 is equal to, what it will be, minus KT1 minus of minus, we can write, if you want to write minus, it will minus, but directly you can write plus also, K T2. Okay, and this will get cancelled, what we say. Understood? So now what it will be, therefore ln R1 minus ln R2 is equal to minus KT1 plus KT2. I will now interchange this and I will just take out K common. So it will be T2 minus T1 what we say. Understood this part? Okay. And here it will be ln. I can write R1 upon R2. Okay. Hence ln is common in this. Okay. So now this is the what we call identity. What we have seen. Identity of a logarithm. A division, subtraction, and that I think you must be studied in 9th standard. Okay, so which is now here you can see is equal to this. So therefore, I'll write on the other side. Therefore, K will be equal to 1 upon T2 minus T1 into ln R1 upon R2. Okay, so this is initial and this is final. Understood? So now suppose if you convert this, that is converting natural logarithm to the log to the base 10. So we get, what do we get? This ln here instead of ln it will be 2.303 log. So K will be equal to 2.303 upon T2 minus T1 log R1 upon R2. Now in your book it is given here R0 upon R. Understood? So you can convert this, or I think this one is better to understand. Is it clear? So this was about the different conditions what we have seen. Now in your textbook also it is given, you can see there. So this formula you have to remember. Understood? This formula don't forget for two different conditions. Two experiments are carried out, different conditions. This is the formula you can remember. Okay, so this is the part what was left out in first order reaction. Now we are going to discuss the next topic, that is half-life. Half-life what is given in your textbook on page number 110. It is given in textbook page 110. It is half-life of a reaction. What is the word? Half-life of a reaction. So you can write down this later on in your fair book. This can also be asked, what we say, for two different experimental conditions. Okay, next. Now in your textbook when you see there is one topic still one left out for first order reaction, that is if the first order reaction is in gaseous phase. Till now we have studied about in a liquid phase what we said. Now if it is in a gaseous phase, then the reactant concentration what we have written, instead of that we will write pressure. What we will write? Pressure. So we will derive the relation for gaseous phase also, that is first order reaction if it is in gaseous phase. So suppose you consider a reaction, that is let us consider a typical first order reaction in gaseous phase. Which phase? Gaseous phase. Suppose the given reaction is, you can see, A in gaseous phase gives B plus C, like this what you say. So this is your reactant part, right? This is your which part? Reactant, and this is your product part, what we say. Understood? So now suppose let the initial pressure, we can write let the initial pressure be Pi, what I write. Let the initial pressure be Pi of A, what we say. Okay, then the total pressure at time t, then the total pressure at time t, what we call, at time t, integrated rate equation for such reaction can be derived, what we say, that is for that if the initial pressure is Pi of A, then the total pressure at time t, what we call, time t, integrated rate equation can be derived for such reaction. Okay. Now integrated rate equation for such reaction can be derived. What we say here. Now suppose, just a minute, I'm just taking a marker here. Okay. So integrated rate equation can be derived. Now suppose the total pressure, suppose the P total means what does it represent? The total pressure will be partial pressure of A plus partial pressure of B plus partial pressure of C. This is total pressure, what we say. Understood this part? Now, where you can write where PB and PC are partial pressure of A, B and C respectively. Okay, what we say here, respectively. Now, if suppose a reaction, if I write now X, I think you must have studied about in what we call it as equilibrium, if you remember. Initial pressure was there, then at equilibrium what we said. So in this case, at time t is equal to 0 we will take the pressure, and we will say the time t is equal to t we will take and find the relation for that. Okay, so for a given reaction, if you see here a given reaction, that is this reaction A gives you what? B plus C. All are in gaseous state, homogeneous, what we say. All are in gaseous state. So at, we can say at time t is equal to 0, what we say. The initial pressure of this PA will be PI in ATM, unit of pressure what we take, and here before reaction this will be 0 ATM. What this will be? 0 ATM. Now at time t is equal to t, what we say, time t what we call. Understood? So at time, and right here, at time t. Okay, so at time t the pressure will be, what we say here, will be x ATM, because we don't know what will be the pressure, what we write. But here what I will write now, it will be what? Pi minus x, means what is left out after reaction, what we say. Now this we have studied in equilibrium, if you remember. Understood? So now suppose, so where Pi is the initial pressure, you can see here at time t is equal to 0. This is given in a textbook, you can see here the statement you can write. I'll derive the relation. Now suppose when we write Pi, the Pi is equal to what? What we say, initial pressure, that is Pi minus x, or what we call it as Pi naught, I will take it as Pt. Now Pt means what? It is P total. P total means we will sum up all this part, what we say. Understood or not? So Pt is equal to Pi minus x plus x, like this if you do. Right? If I open the bracket, it will be what? Pi minus x plus x plus x. So this will get cancelled. So I can say that is Pt, is equal to Pi plus x, what we say. Understood or not? So therefore I can write what will be x is equal to this Pi I will take on the either side. So it will be x will be Pt minus Pi, like this it will be. So final minus initial, what we call it as, or total minus initial, what we call the amount, what we say. That is the x ATM will be equal to this, what we say. Now this part if I substitute in the relation, now I think you can see here. I think, okay, you must be able to see. Now if I substitute this here, that is, we know where now, where what is Pa is equal to, so I can write Pa is equal to Pi minus x. So if I substitute the value of x here in this, what it will be? So Pi minus, I can write Pt, or if I put it in the bracket, Pt minus Pi, if I write like this. Okay, now I think I need to rub the upper part, just a minute. Okay, so what I did, I substitute this, I have taken this step, this step I have taken it on the top again, for you to understand. See, I substituted the value of x, so it will be Pt minus Pi. If I open the bracket, Pi minus Pt plus, what is given there? Pi. So it will be what? 2 Pi plus Pt. Means Pa is equal to what? 2 Pi plus Pt. Understood this part? Now, if I substitute this in our formula when we say, just a minute. Okay. If I substitute this value in our formula, what was the formula? K is equal to 2.303 by T, if you remember. Into log initial Pi upon Pa. Like this we were writing, if you remember. That is initial upon Pa. Understood this part? Okay. So now what is Pa? So I will substitute that value. So K is equal to what? 2.303 by T into log Pi upon 2 Pi plus Pt. Like this it will come. Understood? So this is the part what is given in your textbook. You can go through it. That is for the gaseous phase. Okay. So here we stop. So that here we come to an end of the first order reaction, in which for gaseous phase also we have derived a relation. Understood? I think this part you can remember. It will be easy for you. Is it clear? This formula what I am talking about, this formula. But when the numerical will come, I will discuss about this part also. Okay. So we stop here. Now we will go to the next topic, that is half-life of reaction. Okay. Now half-life of a reaction, that is given on page textbook page 110. Okay. So in that one, what we call it as a definition is given. Now what is the definition what we say here? Half-life of a reaction is the time in which, what is the word? The time in which the concentration of reactant is reduced to 1/2 of its initial concentration. That is what initial concentration is. What we say initial concentration is what? R0. What is initial concentration? R0, and that is reduced to what? Half. That is half-life of reaction, what we call, and it is represented as what? T half. Understood this part? Now, if suppose what we say for zero order reaction, for zero order reaction, for zero order reaction, rate constant, you know, rate constant is given by equation, K is equal to R0 minus R by T, if you remember. This is what we have derived. Understood? So now suppose at T is equal to T half. Understood? At T is equal to T half, the initial concentration, or we can also write the concentration R is equal to R0 by 2, or what we call it as becomes half, 1/2 of R0, what we say. The concentration R will be what? 1/2 of R0, because this what we have, 1/2 of its initial concentration, 1/2 of its initial concentration. Okay. Now this value I'll substitute in this equation, what we say. That is, okay. So the rate constant at, we can write therefore the rate constant, at T half. T half means half-life of a reaction becomes, how much it becomes? Becomes, I can write, I'll substitute the value. So K will be equal to, instead of R, that is here I'll write R0 minus, this will be what? R0 by 2 whole upon T will be what? T half, like this. Understood? So now here, if you take here LCM, like this, if you take LCM, therefore K will be equal to what? What it will be? K will be equal to, it will be what? 2 into R0 minus, what we call it as R0, like this, whole upon 2 whole upon T half, what we say, like this it will be. Is it clear? This part I think it is clear to you. Okay. Now the next part. Okay. like this, what we say. Now the next part what we say here, therefore, either you can interchange this reaction or you can write it in another way. That is what, therefore T half will be equal to, this will go here. So what it will be, K will be equal to 2 R0 minus R0. This is nothing, means 1. So it will be what, R0 only, divided by 2 whole upon T half. So therefore I can write T half, I will take here, will be equal to R0 upon this numerator, denominator, it will go here, what we say. So 2 into K. Understood? So I have rearranged this. I think if you have difficulty, you can just add one more step and you can write here 2 T half, what we say. Understood? But I think this is easier to understand. Okay? This 2 will go here, you can see here, and this K I have taken here. Interchange this, what we say. Okay? So this we got the formula for T half, that is half-life of reaction for zero order reaction, for zero order. Understood? So this is the formula what we say. Okay? So two things we have studied. Okay? Half-life formula is this, and for rate constant this is the formula for zero order. Okay? Understood this part? So this is the derivation of what we call it as half-life reaction of zero order. Now we will find out for which order? First order we are going to find out. Now we are going to find out for first order. Okay? Next. Okay. Now half-life of a reaction for first order reaction. But before starting this, you know the formula that first order reaction rate constant is equal to 2.303 by T log, either you can write initial upon final, R0 by R, what we say. Understood? This was the formula what we have seen. Now suppose if T is equal to T half, we know half-life means what? At we can write T is equal to T half, R is equal to 1/2 of R0, or we can also write it as R0 by 2. So substituting this value in above equation, clear? We get, what do we get? I will substitute this value here. So it will be K is equal to 2.303 by T half, okay, which is into log, instead of what we say, and this is R0 only, but here down it will be R0 by 2. Understood? So this 2, it is in denominator of denominator, so it will go in numerator. So it will be what? K. I will just substitute here. T half I will take here. So T half is equal to 2.303 by K log, here R0 will get cancelled, this 2 will go here, log 2. Okay, so we know the value of log 2, 2.303 by K, value of log 2 is 0.3010, what we say. Clear? This is the value of log 2. Now if you simplify this, what you will get? If you multiply this and simplify, you will get T half is equal to 0.693 by K. Understood? So half-life of a reaction for first order reaction is, this is the formula what we said. Understood? It is 0.693 by K. Now in your textbook when you see, that is on a page number 111, example 4.7 and example 4.8 are given. Okay, now that I will be solving in the next videos as a revision part also what we will see, and also all the numericals I will be discussing. Okay, so I think this part is clear to you. Okay, so today two things, total three things, but in half-life we have studied two things if you remember. So that we will revise little bit and then we will stop this video. Okay, so I think this part is clear to you. So this is what, this is the formula for half-life for first order reaction. Half-life for first order reaction, this is the formula. Understood? So I will rub this part and then we will revise a part that what we have studied till now. Okay, thank you. Okay, now what we have studied till now, when we write a rate constant, what is the word? Rate constant. Okay, so rate constant when we write, and half-life half-life for a reaction when we say here, pay attention, rate constant for zero order, zero order, rate constant and first order reaction when we say. So zero order, when we say zero order, what was formula? K is equal to what? R0 minus R by T was the formula. And what was the formula T half? That was T half was equal to what we say it as R0 by 2K. Understood? This is for what we call it as zero order. Understood now this part? Okay. Now suppose when we write for first order reaction, rate constant K is equal to what? 2.303 by T log R0 by R, that is initial upon final, sorry. And here it will be what? T half is equal to 0.693 by K. This is the formula what we are seeing. Now in your textbook one table is given, you can see here. This is a table what is given in your textbook. I think you can see this table. Okay. Now in that table you can see there are many columns given, and you can go through that. That is differential rate law. First column is of order 0 and 1. Type, that is R2P reactions are there. Then it is given differential rate law, integrated rate law, then straight line, that is what graph we have to plot against. Okay, that is R versus T for zero order, and ln R versus T for first order. Half-life I think we have written here, you can see, and also unit of K. Okay, zero order, how to find the unit, that we have already discussed a table what you see, and nth order I gave you that what we say. Okay, so these are the things what we have discussed till now. So we will stop here, but in your textbook you can go through the examples also, that I will be discussing in our next videos. Okay, so in your exam when we say that I will be discussing later, but I think this part is clear to you. Okay, any doubt, any queries, you can call me on my personal number. I think you know my number well. Okay, and you can contact there. Okay, thank you very much.